In this problem, we need to complete Form 941. Information is provided in the first paragraph here, the top paragraph, and additional information in this data chart. Let's jump to the form. We see the top section of the form. We need to provide the employer's identification number. This number is given in the problem and it's already populated. Then next, the name of the company, Bouncing Babies Company, address, and then to the right hand side here, we need to show what quarter are we doing this report for. And we know that it's going to be January, February, and March. I'll show you right here, complete Form 941 for the first quarter of 2019. So the information is given in the problem. Next, let's go to part 1, line 1. Number of employees who receive wages, tips, or other compensation for the pay period. Number of employees for the pay period. It could be found right here, 32 employees. So let's populate 32 in line 1. Then in line 2, wages, tips, and other compensation. Where can we get that? It's right here. 331,200. It's the amount of earnings for the first quarter. 331,200. Next, line 3. Federal income tax withheld from wages, tips, and other compensation. Federal income tax withheld. The FWT stands for Federal Withholding Tax, and amounts are given for the January tax, February, and March. Sum those up, $37,240. Next, line 4. It says, if no wages, tips, or other compensation are subject to Social Security or Medicare tax, then check this box and go to line 6. However, compensation is typically subject to FICA taxes. Therefore, this box is rarely checked. Line 5A, we need to report the taxable Social Security wages in column 1 and then times 12.4% to arrive at column 2. Well, first, let's do column 1. The taxable Social Security wages. Here in the data chart, Social Security, the first quarter earnings or wage, that's $367,903. $367,903. And then we need to multiply by 0.124. That's for 12.4%. Why is that 12.4%? 12.4% is the double of the Social Security tax rate of 6.2%, because here we want to account for both the employee withholding and the employer match. So 12.4% times 367,903, we arrive at $45,619.97. In 5B, we need to report the taxable Social Security tips. There isn't any given in this problem, so we'll leave that blank and jump to 5C. 5C is the taxable Medicare wages and tips. That amount is also in the data chart. 367,903 is the same figure as the Social Security tax wage. 367,903. And here we multiply by 0.029, which is 2.9%. And 2.9% is the double of the normal Medicare tax of 1.45%. So if we take 1.45% and we double that up, it comes to 2.9%. Why is that? Because here we want to show for both the employee withholding as well as the employer match. So for 5C, we arrive at $10,669.19. In 5D, taxable wages and tips subject to additional Medicare tax withholding. Do we have any additional Medicare tax withholding? Additional Medicare tax withholding, what is that? That is when the threshold is exceeded for Medicare tax. And we know for single that's $200,000. But do we have any in this problem? And we don't. We do not. It's not given in this problem. So therefore, we leave this blank. We jump to 5E. 5E is the sum of everything in 5A through 5D. And that is $56,289.16. Next, jump to line 6. The total taxes before adjustments. We need to add lines 3, 5E, and 5F. That amounts to $93,529.16. Line 6 is the total federal income tax withholding, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax combined. And that's what we entered here in line 6. Line 7, the current quarter's adjustment for fractions of cents. In other words, this is for rounding. And we do not know the rounding yet. So let's skip this. We should jump to line 13. Line 13, the total deposits for this quarter, including overpayment applied from a prior. It's basically what have we paid in this quarter already. The amount of deposit for this quarter, well, it's actually not already. It's what is the amount of payments for this quarter. The amount of payments for this quarter is based on the federal withholding tax, the Social Security tax, and the Medicare tax. So this is the withholding for all of these taxes for the 3 months, and that's what we would remit from this number to this number for the federal withholding tax, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax, which are the employees' portion. Now, we need to also include the employer's portion. The employer's portion would match the employees for Social Security and Medicare. So it's all of these numbers here in addition to the double down on Social Security and Medicare. When we sum all of those numbers up, we will get the total deposits for this quarter, which is $93,529.18. That's the total deposits for this quarter. Let's go back to line 10. The total taxes after adjustments would also be $93,529.18. And the same is true for line 12, $93,529.18. Then we go back to line 7, rounding. The difference between this number here in line 6, the 16 cents, and the 18 cents, 2 cents. And that's what we populate in line 7 for the rounding. Do we have any balance due? We would show in line 14, but we do not. There's no overpayment, so we do not show any in line 15. Here on page 2, we need to show the name of the company, Bouncing Babies Company, and the employer identification number. Then on line 16, we need to check one. This top box is for the return that is less than $2,500. We know that that's not true. Then in this box, check it if it's for the monthly scheduled deposit of the entire quarter. Yes. How much is the amount of tax for each month, month 1, 2, and 3 of the quarter? The amount of tax we get from right here, January, for federal withholding tax, Social Security, and Medicare. In addition, we need to double up on Social Security and Medicare for the employer's portion. So if we sum these numbers up plus an additional, the same amount, equal amount of Social Security and an equal amount of Medicare, adding it all together, we would arrive at $31,104.26. And when we do the same with month 2, which is February, sum all of these numbers and the same amount for Social Security, the same amount for Medicare, then we would get $30,587.34. Once again, just like previously done for the month of January and February, for March, we do the same and add this number, Social Security and Medicare. In addition, we would add once more, double up on Social Security and Medicare for the employer's portion. We will arrive at $31,837.58. Then our total here is $93,529.18. And it says total must equal line 12. Let's go to line 12. Make sure that line 12 has the same figure, $93,529.18. Here's line 12, $93,529.18. Perfect. Next, let's go to part 3. Tell us about your business. If a question does not apply to your business, leave it blank. On here, line 17 and 18, we will leave it blank. Then part 4, we will click yes here. And right here, we will write in the name, William Gordon. Sign, date, and that is it.